Sally, Nick, and Adam have done a terrific job thus far of handling the delicate dynamics of their situation. But as many young and restless viewers have suspected, it's only about to get much more complicated and messy, thanks to the Newman patriarch. As we've predicted, having had little success confronting his sons, Victor will try to manipulate Sally, a move which has the potential to open a whole new can of worms, unless Spectra herself has anything to say about it. Young and restless spoilers reveal that Victor will give Sally an ultimatum. According to Sod, the mustache will offer Adam and Nick's mutual love interest a whole heap of Newman cash to leave Geno City and hand over her child to Adam to raise. Appalling, right? But also vintage Victor. When Nick finds Sally stewing about the exchange, she will come clean and tell him what went down, and he'll have exactly the reaction one would expect. While he probably won't be surprised by the tactic, after all he told Victor to his face that he knew he wouldn't stop, Nick is positively furious, and justifiably so. On the heels of Sally's revelation, under a full head of steam, Nick is determined to go and confront deal old dad about his meddling. However, his girlfriend is having none of it, and, wanting to keep whatever modicum of peace that still exists, asks him to keep the conversation to himself. Mum. Unsurprisingly, Nick's response to that will be to urge Sally to lie down and rest while he runs an errand. But Spectra's not your average gal, and she's learned to read a hot-headed Newman man along the way. Knowing Nick intends to make a beeline for the ranch, or perhaps society given that everyone seems to prefer duking it out in public these days, the redhead puts on the brakes. As Joshua Morrow previews, Sally is very headstrong, so she tells Nick what will happen next. Putting it mildly, the situation is a powder keg waiting to blow. Nick may very well attempt to abide by Sally's wishes, but how long will he be able to keep himself in check? It's not an understatement to say that the situation will test Nick's mettle like never before. If he slips up and airs his outrage, he could damage his relationship, but Nick also tends to think he knows best, so while he may have the very best intentions of honoring any promise he makes to Sally, how long can it possibly last?